Hello everyone, it's Thumper the Rabid Rabbit. Welcome back to episode 8 of NoMBe Land. We're on the Farming Simulator 22 No Man's Land farming map. I have jumped forward into January when I left you on episode 7. We had just finished the sugar beet harvesting. I have cleaned up that field a little bit, so it's all ready for planting. You can see the only artifact out here right now is really the dead weeds. I've learned that the brown is dead weeds. That used to make me nervous before, but now not so much. So we have our wheat and our canola growing, and then we got this plot in between. That is where we will put our sorghum and our sugar beet. And that is ready to plant. But it's January, and January is money time. We are at peak price for lettuce. I've got some of it already loaded up here on the trailer. A couple more have popped up this morning, so I'm going to get those loaded up and grab the bale loader. And we've got a set of pink silage bales, a few of the black silage bales left, and a whole set of white silage bales all around the field from the last cut and baling that I didn't gather up. So we've got the better part of 2.5 grass harvests plus this lettuce. I was looking forward to getting peak value on the lettuce here, but it's actually probably gonna be the smallest thing we sell today. I think each of these double pallets here is going to be worth about $1,000, and we got what, 4.5. So we get 4.5. We get 4,500, I hope, off the lettuce. But I'm hoping for 150 plus out of all the silage bales. So I'm just going to do that. I'll do a little time lapse with some cuts because I'm sure it's going to take a while to turn in all of that silage. But let's see how close to 150 we can get, because if I can break 150, then I think we can actually start on that pig farm. But we'll see. Here we go. Well, that worked out far better than expected. We're already at 181,000. That was 7 full trailers, not 6. And we've got another 12 bales on here, so that's going to be another, like, 13,000. We're going to end up close to 195, I think, total once we drop this. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, 195.6. Isn't that sexy? Hell yeah. Oh, we are gonna do some fucking pig farming. Not, yeah, in that order. So, turn in the trailer here and go to our construction menu. I am interested in the medium size pigsty. I don't want the pasture, I want the sty. It's got all the equipment and water and whatever else built into it. It also has a larger capacity. The large one would be fun, but at 164,000 we wouldn't be able to even fill it out or anything. So I'm thinking I've been wanting to do the middle one because 108's a pretty good volume. I'm okay with that. I'm thinking we'll put like 75, 80 pigs, 75% into here, so that there's room for their reproduction. Because the real money we're going to get here is from selling them when they mature and reproduce. The thing I'm not sure on is how quickly they are going to produce manure and slurry that I can use for fertilizer, because all of that will save me money on buying fertilizer for the fields. So there is both the revenue of selling the pigs as they reproduce and the savings that we will get on fertilizer, which also means I'm going to have to throw down the manure heap extension onto this facility at some point. But for now, let us get some piggies. And do 13 in this trailer. That's a decent ooh, okay. 36. That needs the semi, though, or the adapter. I've got the chicken versions of these. I downloaded a mod for the chicken versions of these because I would like to do chickens later, and in spirit of being realistic, I'm going to want to move the chickens around using the trailer, not just have them magically appear in the coop. I'm also buying the universal bucket for my front loader, because I will need that for getting the sugar beets off the ground, because they're all in the pile on the ground right now, and loading them into the pigsty. So I'm also going to have to modify my flatbed trailer here into the trailer that can haul some amount. There's variations of this trailer. I think it's it might be a 4, 8, and 12,000 liter modification. And I think I'll have to get it up there, put it in the shop and check, but I'm pretty sure this trailer can be modified between the 4,000 version, 4,000 liter version with walls and this flatbed for free. And that is my intent, is to not spend more money on another trailer or more money modifying this trailer. So if we can do the 4,000 for free, then we'll just stick with the 4,000 liter version. I'm dropping my forks here because I know I'm going to pick up the bucket when I get back up. Oh my god, backing these things up is stupid. I'm assuming there's a trick to backing up this type of trailer, and I don't know what it is because I'm not that smart. So they just jackknife to the side every time I try to back up with these freaking things. I know there's a mod that will fix the tongue or yoke or whatever you call it so that you can back it up straight like a regular trailer. I do not have that mod. You can tell me if you think that having that mod is realistic or not, because I imagine in real life you could pin the yoke so that it's fixed. That's a realistic thing you could probably do, but it also kind of feels like cheating, but I don't know. If it were a factor of this trailer naturally, maybe I would feel differently about it. But yeah, let's I'm gonna modify this trailer so we can have something to move food to the pigsty, and then I'm gonna grab that animal trailer and start loading piggies. And I'm just gonna edit through that because with 6 loads of them, I think this will take a little while. So it turns out I had a little trouble figuring out how to offload the pigs here. Took me a few tries to figure out you had to open that door and transfer to animal husbandry. That's how you move the pigs over. Yeah. So, there you go. If you haven't done pigs before, that's how you do it. I'm using my 4,000 liter capacity trailer to go ahead and move pretty much all of the food that I harvested over, and dumping some sugar beet in there for the root crop while I'm at it. Trick here is it looks like the total capacity is only about 30,000, so if you follow the numbers there, 50% of it needs to be sorghum, about 15,000, which I don't have. And then 25% for grain, the wheat, which I don't have, and then everything else. It's just I don't have, well, I have way too much sugar beet, but I don't have enough of everything else. But I'm hoping that'll still be enough to last until September, when I should have more of all this. Since I have way too much sugar beet, I'm just going to take a load of it up with me to the store, because I want to go convert my trailer back to a flatbed. So I'm going to take a load up there. Oh, damn it. And an extra bucket worth. So we're going to take 5,000 liters of sugar beet up here, see what we get. Not a heck of a lot. I mean, it's better than nothing, but yeah. The other thing I need to do is drop all these hay bales on, or at least as much, straw bales, because it needs straw to make manure. Which also means I need the manure heap extension, which is where it will put the manure. It doesn't have its own collection point. So just gonna put that back here behind. Texture it. And that pretty much takes care of the piggies. I'm going to go ahead and jump forward. Let's go to April. I'm going to keep the time lapse rolling here. I did a grass harvest in between there, because once I had all those bales up, I could go harvest again in the spring once it grew. So got another set of silage bales sitting out there. And I swear I cannot figure out how to load this thing by hand, so I think it just has to be done with the hotkey. The seeder I can load by hand. The planter, apparently, I cannot. It'll open when I get next to it. It doesn't open really when I'm above it, so I guess there's just no manual loading option there. Or if there is, I'm doing it wrong, but yeah. Planter, I'm going to go lay down a few rows of the sugar beet. Not a whole lot. I think I'm just gonna do, well, 6 rows again, because that's what I did last time, and I got 15,000, which is way more than I needed. And actually this field is longer now, so it should be even more sugar beet, even with just 6 rows. So we'll just call that good. That should be enough sugar beet to last a few seasons, which is good, because then the next time around I can probably use this space for more sorghum or maybe more wheat. I'm thinking I'm going to add chickens after the pigs, and chickens are going to need wheat, so I might want to get larger wheat harvest going, because we'll want a lot of sorghum for the main base food for the pigs, and a lot of wheat for both the pigs and the chickens. So, but the rest of the space we have left here, I'm gonna plant then with the sorghum. This one I can load by hand. I know this works if I get it in the right spot. Let's see if I have enough seed left in these. Yeah, probably have enough. So it's gonna keep the time lapse rolling, I think, for this, and there we go. Making use of the AI farmer here, because they are more accurate, especially on this really long field here. I can try to stay on the 270 and 90 degree headings and keep it even, but my overlap's a little lousy, and So this is one of those activities that just letting the AI bot do the work seems to work out pretty well, and I still have quite a bit of money left. One thing I'm keeping an eye on is the age of the tractor here. It's getting, well, it's a couple of years old now. It's got 35 hours, and maintenance costs go up the older and more time it has on it. So one thing I'm going to need to save up for next January is probably an extra 75 or 100,000 so that I can afford to sell this tractor, and I might just replace it with the same thing, but with, you know, brand new 0 hours to lower the maintenance cost. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead here because where I want to be is, well, we need to do another grass cutting. I'm going to do that and skip ahead again and come out in May. Here we are, May. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Yep, we got another grass harvest sitting out there on the field waiting. All of our crops are in and growing. We got a few more months on those. If it's like last year, I was expecting it in August, but it didn't pop till September. I'm going to assume we're going to get wheat and sorghum and canola in September, and then have to wait till October or November again for the sugar beet. A quick run across the field revealed I got weeds going on where the sugar beet are, so I'm going to grab the weeder real quick here. It's because part of that was plowed and part of it was cultivated. I plowed where the sugar beets were, so that kept the weeds down, but the rest of the area here was cultivated, and so the weeds popped up right away. Easy enough to make a quick run over this with the weeder. And the trick I found out last time is when you're using the AI bot to do this, it's smart enough to stop right at the end of the section that has the weeds. You'll notice it doesn't go all the way to the end of the field. It recognizes that there's just this one sort of overlapping block of space between these two crops from last time that was cultivated. That's where the weeds are, so it focuses right on the weeds. So that makes that a lot quicker little job to do. This has been a very event-filled episode with our big sale, getting our pig farm started, getting the fields replanted, and I went ahead and grabbed the baler to gather up all the green bales, and we did another grass harvest in pink, gathering all those up as well. Might need to sell some to have money for the harvest later. And we got a pretty good haul. The amount of wild grass all the way around our main field now gets a good 3 trailer loads and then some. So that's, you know, on a good day, 25,000 each. That's probably close to 90,000, 85 to 90,000 in January, but the rest of the year it's probably still like 60 or 70,000. So yeah, it's pretty awesome having all that. The last thing to sneak in here before I close out episode 8 is the greenhouse is almost empty. So we're gonna do our trick again to park the trailer between the water tower and the greenhouse and do a quick refill all the way back up so we can keep the lettuce rolling in, because that's easy money. It's good emergency money. You know, it's basically $500 a pallet, so as long as it keeps cranking out, we're definitely making our money's worth off of it. But it's good bonus money and good reserve to have if we didn't have all these silage bales worth a fortune over here, so that's even better. I'm going to call that it for episode 8. Thank you all for joining me on No Bun Land in Farming Simulator 22. We'll see you next time for episode 9, where hopefully we'll be back to harvesting again and filling up the rest of that pig food. Y'all take care of yourselves and have a good night.